Good day, grade 7 learners. Welcome to our MAPE 7 class. I am your MAPE 7 teacher, Mary Joy and Kagalawan. Our lesson in Music 7 for the second quarter is about the music of the highlands of Luzon. Cordillera is specifically Mindoro, Palawan, and Visayas. For this lesson, let us be guided with the following learning standards. Specifically, the learners are expected to recognize the different vocal and instrumental music of Cordillera region. Before we start our lesson, we answer first our pre-assessment activity. You are given 5 statements. You are going to identify what is asked in each statement. You choose the correct answer inside the box and write your answers on your notebook. I'll be giving you 20 seconds to answer them. Okay, let's start. Your timer starts now. Alright, time's up. Let us now check your answer. For number 1, it comprises over 200 stories of about 40 episodes each. And the answer for number 1 is Hudhud. For number 2, it is a song of Kalinga that foretells the baby's future. And the answer for number 2 is Dagdagay. For number 3, it is played by striking against the palm of one hand. The answer for number 3 is Bungkaka. For number 4, it is a style of singing without a prior preparation or practice in the leader chorus form. And the answer for number 4 is Ibaloy Badio. For number 5, the last item, it is played by stomping each against the ground. And the answer for number 5 is Tungatong. So these are the answers for your pre-assessment activity. Hudhud, Dagdagay, Ibaloy Badio, Bungkaka, and Tungatong are some of the vocal and instrumental music of Cordillera region. Through our lesson, we will discover how natives express their feelings toward each other and the environment, their history and their supernatural beliefs through the medium of the voice and musical instruments. Before we go on tackling the vocal and instrumental music of Cordillera, let's have a glimpse first on the geographical and cultural background of Cordillera. On the north-central part of Luzon Island in the Philippines is a mountainous region called the Cordillera, also known as Cordillera Administrative Region. Cordillera is the only landlocked region of the Philippines, for it is bounded by Ilocos Norte and Cagayan in the north, Pangasinan and Nueva Vizcaya in the south, Cagayan Valley in the east, and Ilocos region in the west. Cordillera region consists of the provinces of Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Ifugao, Kalinga, and the Mountain Province. In Cordillera region, its regional center is the chartered city of Baguio, officially known as the summer capital of the Philippines. Cordillera region has been the home of sturdy and industrious indigenous tribes such as Isneg, Tinggian, Kalinga, Buntok, Kankanae, Ibaloy, Ifugao, and Bagu. These indigenous people of Cordillera are collectively called the Igorot. Let's now go to the music of Cordillera. In the highlands of Luzon, specifically Cordillera, music is related to different occasions, such as life cycle events, occupational activities, and various rituals. During the agricultural cycle, peace pacts, courtship, marriage, and the death rites, musical performances may be witnessed in the region. The music of Cordillera is categorized into vocal music, instrumental music, and a vocal ensemble with instrumental accompaniment. Vocal music is any of the genres for solo voice and voices in combination, with or without instrumental accompaniment. Basically, this type of music emphasizes the human voice, while instrumental music, it is a recording without any vocals and is primarily or exclusively produced using musical instruments. It is a type of music produced by playing musical instruments such as strings, woodwind, brass, or percussion. Vocal ensemble with instrumental accompaniment is just the combination of vocal and instrumental music. Let's now talk about the representative vocal music of Cordillera. Let us start off with Ibaloy Badio. Ibaloy Badio is written in poetic verse. It is one of the vocal genres considered as the signature form for specific cultures in Cordillera. Next is Uwiwi of Kalinga. It is a type of children's song. It is a lullaby of Kalinga that relates a child's life. Lullabies are perhaps one's first encounter with music. These are first heard and learned at home and are sung by our mothers. Lullabies are sung to lull or put a baby or child to sleep. Next is we have Dagdagay. Dagdagay of Kalinga is another type of children's song. It is a song of Kalinga that foretells the baby's future. Another vocal music of Kalinga is Upyak. It is another type also of children's song. It is sung while cradling, like when a mother is cradling a baby. Dangan Bata-Bata of Tausug, Uwa of Sabanin, and the Kawayana of Kalinga are also types of children's song, and that they are all infancy-related songs. The last one is Hudhud. Hudhud of Ifugao is a chanted epic poetry. The themes of this chanted epic poetry are about the celebrations of the Ifugao heroes, heroines, wealth, and culture. It is chanted or sung during 4 occasions, namely harvesting of rice, wedding, bone washing or bugwa rituals, and the funeral wakes. We have here a music video of one of the vocal music of Cordillera, titled Dangan Bata-Bata.
Taon dua bata-bata, ataas sila bangka, aong maya nakapagta, inang nagpala-pala, in bata-bata karwa, pakain baha sila, in muyom iban katawa, tanda sin.
Again, Langan Bata-Bata of Tausug is an infancy-related song. So those are the vocal music of Cordillera. The vocal music of Cordillera is characterized by the following. First, it is melismatic. It has a vocal passage with one syllable and is sung against several note passages. An example of vocal music that is characterized with one syllable and is sung against several note passages is echoes. And this is how it sounds like. If you want to listen to the full song, the link of the video is provided below, so you can search it on YouTube. The second characteristics of the vocal music of Cordillera is a free meter, a musical meter without a time signature. An example of vocal music that is characterized with musical meter without time signature is hudhud, and this is how it sounds like. If you want to listen to the full song, the link of the video is provided below, so you can search it on YouTube. Those are the characteristics of vocal music of Cordillera. Let us now go to the instrumental music of Cordillera. The functions of instrumental music of Cordillera is similar to their vocal music. That is, instruments are played during ceremonies, rituals, and celebrations. The music of Cordillera is made up of two sound characteristics of instruments: the metal instruments, the gongs, and the bamboo instruments, the woodwind and percussion instruments. Let's start off with metal instruments, the gongs. One of the common instrumental music is the gangsa ensemble. It consists of 5 to 6 flat gongs. Let us watch and listen to how Ifugaos play gangsa. As you can see in the music video, gangsa is played either by striking with the palm while rested on the lap, or struck or beaten with wooden mallets while held by the left hand. Next is the bamboo instruments, the woodwind and the percussion instruments. Under the bamboo instruments are first the bungkaka. Bungkaka or bilbil is played by striking against the palm of one hand. And this is how it actually looks like when bungkaka is played. Let us watch this.
This is what we call bungkaka, bilbil, or in English, bamboo buzzer. And we made it together with my friend here.
Second, the tunggali. Tunggali is a nose flute and is played with the extreme forward edge of the right or left nostril. Let us watch the video on how the tunggali is played. and that is tunggali. Third, the tungatong. Tungatong is a bamboo tubes played by stomping each against the ground. Let us watch another video on how the tungatong is played. Alright, that is tungatong. Fourth, the ulibao. Ulibao is a mouth resonated bamboo instrument and is played with a flexible tongue fixed at one end to a surrounding frame. We have here a video on how ulibao is played. Let us watch and listen. Alright, and that is ulibao. And the last one is the pateteg. Pateteg is a bamboo of different sizes for varied timber or timber that is split in half and is struck by a wooden stick while rested on the lap. We have here a video on how pateteg is played. Let us watch and listen. And that is pateteg. And those are the instrumental music of Cordillera. Now, let us check your understanding about our lesson. For items 1 and 2, you are going to identify what vocal music is asked. And for items 3 up to 5, you are going to identify the name of the instrumental music being shown. Just write your answers on your notebook. You have 20 seconds to answer it. Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. Let us check your answer. Let's start with number 1. It is an infancy-related song of Tausu. The answer for number 1 is Dangan Bata Bata. And for number 2, it is chanted epic poetry of Ifugao whose themes are about the celebrations of the Ifugao heroes, heroines, wealth, and culture. The answer for number 2 is Hudhud. And for items 3 up to 5, the name of the first picture is Ulibao. And the second picture is Gangsa. And the third picture, the last item, the answer is pathetic. Alright, very good grade 7 learners. Now, let us sum up our lesson. In Cordillera region, or Cordillera Administrative Region, it consists of the provinces of Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, and Benguet. Cordillera has been the home of several indigenous tribes such as Isneg, Tingian, Kalinga, Buntok, Kankanae, Ibaloy, Ifugao, and Bago. These indigenous people of Cordillera are collectively called the Igorot. The natives of Cordillera express their feelings toward each other and the environment, their history and their supernatural beliefs through the medium of the voice and the musical instruments. The music of Cordillera is categorized into vocal music such as Ibaloy Badiw, Ubibi, Dagdagay, Upya, Dangan Bata-Bata, Guwa, Kawayana, and Hudhud, and instrumental music like Gangsa, Bungkaka or Bilbil, Tunggali, Tungatong, Ulibao, and Pateteg, and the combination of the two. These vocal and instrumental music of Cordillera are played during ceremonies, rituals, and celebrations. Alright, that's all for today's lesson. In your second quarter MAPE 7 modules, you are going to read and answer them. Answer all your written works and do all your performance tasks. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Good day, grade 7 learners. Welcome to our MAPE 7 class. I am your MAPE 7 teacher, Mary Joy and Kagalawan. Our lesson in Arts 7 for the second quarter is about the characteristics of arts and crafts in Mimaropa specifically and the Visayas group of islands. For this lesson, let us be guided with the following learning standards. Specifically, you are expected to recognize the characteristics of arts and crafts in Mimaropa. Before we start our lesson, you answer first our pre-assessment activity. In this activity, you are going to arrange the jumbled letters to form the correct words of different arts and crafts. In each jumbled letter item, you are given 10 seconds to answer it. Okay, let's start with number 1. Your timer starts now. Alright, and the correct answer for number 1 is Ati-atihan. And for number 2, your timer starts now. Okay, and the correct answer for number 2 is Moriones Festival. And for number 3, your timer starts now. Alright, and the correct answer for number 3 is Capiz shell. And for number 4, your timer starts now. Okay, and the correct answer for number 4 is ambahan. And for number 5, the last item, your timer starts now. Okay, and the correct answer for number 5 is manunggol jar. Ati-atihan, Moriones Festival, Capiz shell, ambahan, and manunggol jar are some of the arts and crafts in Mimaropa region and the Visayas group of island. Arts and crafts are means of expression which communicate views, ideas, feelings through the use of skills and imagination. Also, they reveal many aspects of people's culture, traditions, and history. Today, we will talk about the arts and crafts of Mimaropa region. Mimaropa is an administrative region consisting entirely of island provinces located in the southwestern Luzon. The term Mimaropa is a combination of the name of its constituent provinces, namely Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan. Let us now go to the province of Mindoro. Mindoro is the 7th largest island in the Philippines, and it is politically subdivided into 2 provinces, the Oriental Mindoro and Occidental Mindoro. There are 7 native groups living in Mindoro. They are collectively called the Mangyans. The arts of Mangyans display their rich artistic heritage. One of their art forms is the ambahan. Ambahan. It is the traditional poetry of Hanunuo Mangyans in Mindoro. It is a rhythmic poetic expression with a meter of 7 syllables. It is presented through recitation and chanting without a determined musical pitch or accompaniment. It is traditionally written with the point of a knife on a piece of bamboo using the centuries-old pre-Spanish syllabic script called the Surat Mangyan. A variation of ambahan is the Orukay, which uses 8 syllables instead of 7. Another arts and crafts of the Mangyans is the basket weaving. The Iraya Mangyans of Mindoro are fond of making baskets. Basket weaving is the main source of income in Puerto Galera, Mindoro, where the Iraya Mangyans are located. They use nito, which refers to the special vine that grows in the wild. Each nito woven item is one of a kind, with no single design being exactly the same as the other. The Iraya Mangyans meticulously and patiently weave to create unique baskets. Let us now go to the province of Marinduque. Marinduque is a small heart-shaped island located south of Manila, between Bundok Peninsula at the southeastern portion of Luzon and Mindoro Island. It is considered the smallest territorial size among the provinces in the country. The main economic activities of the province are agriculture and fishing. Root crop-based products such as sweet potato and arrowroot grow abundantly in the province. Let us now know the arts and crafts of Marinduque. The province of Marinduque is famous for its Moriones Festival, a quaint celebration of the Holy Week. Moriones Festival in Marinduque is a week-long commemoration of the life and death of Jesus Christ every Holy Week. The word Morion means mask. These masks are made from wood or paper mache. Some of these woods come from dapdap or santol tree, which are abundant in the province. It takes months to carve each mask, which weighs at least 2 kilograms. The participants use this mask to depict the Roman soldiers escorting Christ on his way to the Calvary. Foreign and local tourists, including homegrown Marinduqueños living elsewhere, flock to the island to witness the theatrical presentation. From Marinduque, let us now go to Romblon. The province of Romblon lies south of Marinduque and Quezon, east of Oriental Mindoro, north of Aklan and Capiz, and west of Masbate. Romblon is located almost at the center of the Philippine archipelago. It is composed of 3 islands: Romblon, which is the main island, Tablas Island, and Sibuyan Island. Let us now know the arts and crafts of Romblon. Romblon is known as the Marble Country because all the islands comprising the province have marble. Paris, the process of getting marbles on these islands, produce raw marble for sculpture and construction purposes. Marble, however, is not the province's only treasure. Before the discovery of these marbles, Romblon had been famous for its traditional weaving and basketry. Handicrafts such as beautifully woven mats and bags are major home industry for their women. Let us now go to the province of Palawan. Palawan is a long and narrow island lying southwest and west of the main group of Philippine islands, with the Puerto Princesa city as its capital. Palawan is dubbed as the Philippines' last ecological frontier. It is said that the first inhabitants of Palawan are the Tagbanwas. Let us now know the arts and crafts of Palawan. Let's start off with tingkop. Tingkop is one of the unique heritage crafts in Palawan. It is a cone-shaped Olander harvest basket which is made of hard strip bamboo. These baskets are occasionally made of a blackened and natural bamboo, which make the designs stand out. The design is created by an extremely refined changing of the under-over pattern of bamboo strips. Next is we have Manunggol jar. The Manunggol jar uncovered in Palawan was a secondary burial jar that existed since the Neolithic period in the Philippines. It served as a container from the dug-up remains of the dead. On the top of the jar cover is a boat with 2 human figures, representing 2 souls on a voyage to the afterlife. It is one of the most important artifacts from the Philippines. It was excavated inside the Manunggul Cave in Lipuon Point, Palawan. So those are the arts and crafts of Mimaropa region. Now, let us check your understanding about our lesson discussed. We have here a blank map of Mimaropa. What you are going to do is that you are going to identify the names of the provinces and their respective arts and crafts. I'll be giving you 1 minute to answer this. Okay, let's start. Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. Let us check your answer. Let's go to number 1. For number 1, the correct answers are, and for number 2, the correct answers are, and for number 3, the answers are, and for number 4, the last item, the answers are. Very good, grade 7 learners. Right, let us sum up our lesson. Mimaropa region consists of the provinces of Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan. Each province is known for certain arts and crafts. For Mindoro, its arts and crafts are ambahan and lito weaving. For Marinduque, it is known for its Moriones festival. For Romblon, it is known for its marble products and basketry. And lastly, for Palawan, it is known for their tingkop and manunggol jar. Alright, that's all for today's lesson. In your second quarter MAPE 7 modules, you are going to read and understand them, answer all your written works, and do all your performance tasks. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening.
salamat po sa ibinigay niyong bagong pagkakataon upang kami ay matuto. Salamat sa pagkakataong pagpatuloy namin ang aming pag-aaral sa kabila ng mga pagbabagong dulot ng kinakaharap naming pandemya. Gabayan ninyo kaming lahat na mag-aaral sa aming pag-aaral upang magkaroon kami ng bukas na kaisipan sa lahat ng aralin at lubusang maunawaan namin ang mga tinuturo sa amin. Gabayan din ninyo ang aming mga guro na aming inspirasyon na patuloy at walang sawang sinisikap gawin ang lahat ng paraan upang kami ay matuto sa kabila ng pagsubok. Sa iyo lang namin itinataas ang lahat ng kaluwalhatian, papuri at pagsamba. Ito ang aming dalangin sa ngalan ni Jesus. Amen. With great power comes great responsibility. Anong pananagutan ang tinutukoy sa pahayag? Saan nakaangkla ang kapangyarihan nito? Magandang araw sa lahat ng ating mga tagapanood. Ako ay Teacher Christine, guro sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao mula sa Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School. Handa ka na bang matuto ng bagong leksyon ngayong araw? Ihanda na iyong ballpen, sagutang papel, at self-learning modules. Kailan masasabing inagalang ang karapatan? Sa anong paraan ipinapakita ito? Ano ang kailangan upang matamasa ito ng may pananagutan? Mga katanungan na kailangan ninyong masagot pagkatapos ng ating leksyon ngayong araw. Pero bago ang lahat, balikan muna natin ang ating leksyon sa nakaraang markahan. Sa unang markahan, natutuhan mo ang mahalagang papel mo sa lipunang iyong ginagalawan at mga pagpapahalagang kailangan mong hubugin sa iyong sarili tungo sa kabutihang panahon. Sa module na ito, gagabayan ka na unawaan mo ang iyong mga karapatan at tungkulin upang maging mapanagutan ka sa iyong mga kilos sa bawat yugto na iyong pagkatao. Sa araw na ito ay inaasahang masasagot mo ang mga mahalagang tanong na ano ang dapat gawin ng tao upang magkaroon ng tunay na kabuluhan ang karapatan. Ano-ano ang dalawang obligasyon na kaakibat ng karapatan ng isang tao. Sa araw din na ito, inaasahang may pamamalas mo ang sumusunod na kaalaman, kakayahan at pag-unawa tungkol sa karapatan ng tao. Pag-iisipan mo ang mga karapatan at ang kaakibat nitong tungkulin. Mahalagang maunawaan mo ito upang makilala mo sa kabuuang paraan ang tungkulin ng tao sa lipunan at ang mga epekto ng pagtupad o hindi pagtupad nito sa pagbuo ng kanyang pagkatao. Bago ang lahat, siguraduhin mo muna na masagot ang paunang pagtataya. Basahin at unawain mabuti ang mga item at piliin ang titik ng pinakatamang sagot at isulat sa iyong sagutang papel. Handa ka na ba? Para sa unang tanong, ano ang tinutukoy na kapangyarihang moral na gawin, hawakan, pakinabangan at angkinin ang mga bagay na kailangan ng tao sa kanyang estado sa buhay? Letter A, tungkulin. Letter B, karapatan. Letter C, karunungan. And letter D, dignidad. Ang tamang sagot ay letter B. Para sa ikalawang tanong, ano ang kahulugan sa pahayag ni Stan Lee, isang manunulat ng comics na Spider-Man, na with great power comes great responsibility. Letter A. Kaakibat sa karapatan ng isang tao ang obligasyong moral. Letter B. Mas mabigat ang gawain ng taong maraming tungkulin. Letter C. Maganda ang pagkakaroon ng kapangyarihan. And letter D. Kung may karapatan, ipaglaban mo. Ang tamang sagot ay letter A. Pangatlong tanong. Sino sa mga mag-aaral ang gumagawa ng kanyang tungkulin na mapangalagaan ang kanyang sarili? Letter A. Si Ed na nagiging magaling sa klase kahit kaunti lang ang tulog dahil sa pag-aaral. Letter B. Si Mario na hindi tumitigil sa pagsasanay ng gymnastics para manalo sa paligsahan. Letter C. Si Jessie na ginagawa ang lahat na gustong gawin upang magiging masaya palagi. Letter D. Si Jean na naging maingat sa kanyang mga posts sa social media upang pangalagaan ang kanyang pagkatao. Ang tamang sagot ay letter D. Pang-apat na tanong. Ang tungkulin ay obligasyong moral ng tao na gawin o hindi gawin ang isang gawain. Alin sa sumusunod ang hindi ipinahihiwatig nito? Letter A. Nakasalalay ito sa malayang isip ng tao. Letter B. Nakabatay ito sa likas na batas moral. Letter C. Nakasalalay ito sa taglay ng kilos loob ng tao. And letter D. Nagkakaroon ito ng epekto sa sarili at sa mga ugnayan kung hindi ito tinutupad. Ang tamang sagot ay letter A. Ikalimang tanong. May kaakibat na tungkulin ang bawat karapatan. Ano ang ibig sabihin nito? Letter A. Tungkulin nating pangalagaan ang karapatan upang igalang tayo ng kapwa. Letter B. Tungkulin nating alagaan ang karapatan ng kapwa upang makatulong sa kanila. Letter C. Tungkulin nating isagawa ang ating gawain ayon sa alam nating nararapat dahil tayo ay may karapatan at dignidad bilang tao. And letter D. Tungkulin nating pahalagahan ang karapatan sa paggawa ng ating obligasyong gawin o hindi gawin ang isang bagay ayon sa likas na batas moral. Ang tamang sagot ay letter D. Nasagutan mo ba ng tama ang lahat ng item? Kung hindi, okay lang yan. Marami ka pang mga gawain para makakuha ng perfect score. Huwag mag-alala at tayo magpatuloy sa ating pagkatuto. Ngayon naman ay sagutin mo ang unang gawain na makikita sa iyong module. Para sa panuto, bilang isang panlipunang nilalang, bahagi sa buhay ng tao ang pagkakaroon ng karapatan at tungkulin. Ano-ano kaya ang mga karapatan at tungkulin ito ng tao? Isulat ang naiisip mo ng mga karapatan at tungkulin ng isang tao ayon sa mga aspektong hinihingi sa talahanayan. Isulat ang mga sagot sa sagutang papel. Batay sa iyong mga sagot sa talahan na yan, ano ang karapatan para sa iyo? Ano naman ang tungkulin? Bakit mahalaga ang pagkakaroon ng kaalaman sa mga karapatan at tungkulin bilang tao? Napag-aralan mo sa Baitang 7 na may pantay na karapatan ang lahat ng tao. Natutuhan mo na rin na ang batayan na pagiging pantay niya sa kanyang kapwa ay ang taglay niyang dignidad. Naguugat ang dignidad na ito sa kanyang kakayahang mag-isip at makapili ng mabuti at pagiging bukod-tangi. Ano naman ang batayan ng pagiging pantay ng karapatan ng lahat ng tao? Ano ba ang karapatan? Karapatan, ito ay ang kapangyarihang moral na gawin, hawakan, pakinabangan at angkinin ang mga bagay na kailangan ng tao sa kanyang estado sa buhay. Moral ito dahil hindi maaaring persahin ng tao ang kanyang kapwa na ibigay sa kanya ng sapilitan o persahan ang mga bagay na kailangan niya sa buhay. Bilang kapangyarihan moral, ang karapatan ay pakinabangan ng tao lamang dahil sa tao lamang ang makakagawa ng moral na kilos. Dahil sa karapatang ito, may obligasyon ng tao na akuin at tuparin ang kanyang mga tungkulin. Nakabatay ang mga karapatan sa likas na batas moral na tatalakayin sa susunod na leksyon. Ito ang batayan ng mga karapatan na itinakda ng isang lipunan o pamahalaan. Ito ang batas na nagpapataw ng obligasyon sa lahat ng tao na igalang ang mga karapatan ng isang tao. May iba't ibang uri ng karapatan. Kailangan ang mga karapatan sa maayos na pakikipag-ugnayan sa kanyang kapwa. May 6 na uri ng karapatang hindi maalis ayon kay Santo Tomas de Aquino. Ang mga karapatang ito ay mga karapatang mabuhay, magkaroon ng ari-arian, mag-asawa, maging malaya, sumamba at maghanap buhay. Para sa unang karapatan, karapatan sa buhay. Ito ang pinakamataas sa antas ng mga karapatan dahil kung wala ito, hindi mapapinabangan ng tao ang ibang karapatan. Dapat ito mangibabaw sa ibang karapatan kung sakaling ito ay malagay sa panganib. Pangalawang karapatan, karapatan sa pribadong ari-arian. Hindi maaalis sa tao ang karapatang ito dahil kailangan niya ang mga ari-arian upang mabuhay ng maayos at makapagtrabaho ng produktibo at nakikibahagi sa lipunan. Sa kabilang dako, magiging isang pang-aabuso ang karapatan ito kung naapi o naagrabyado ang mga manggagawa sa sweldo o mga benepisyo. Pangatlong karapatan, karapatang magpakasal. May karapatan ang taong bumuo ng pamilya sa pamamagitan ng kasal. Pang-apat na karapatan, karapatang pumunta sa ibang lugar. Kasama sa karapatang ito, ang karapatang lumipat o tumira sa ibang lugar na may oportunidad tulad ng trabaho o komportableng buhay o ligtas sa anumang panganib, tulad ng paglikas ng mga taga-Syria upang takasan ang kamatayan o pananakot sa kamay ng Islamic State. Nagbibigay din ng asylum ang ibang bansa sa mga taong pinarurusahan o binibilanggo ng katarungan. Panglimang karapatan, karapatang sumamba o ipahayag ang pananampalataya. May karapatan ang bawat tao na piliin ang relihiyon na makakatulong sa kanya upang mapaunlad ang kanyang pagkatao at pakikipag-ugnayan sa Diyos at kapwa. Hindi maaaring gawing obligasyon ang pagkakaroon o paglipat sa isang partikular na relihiyon upang matanggap sa trabaho o maging opisyal ng pamahalaan. Pang-anim na karapatan, karapatang magtrabaho o maghanap buhay. May obligasyon ang lipunan o pamahalaan na magbigay ng trabaho o disenteng hanap buhay sa mga mamamayan upang mapakinabangan nila ang mga mamamayan kung walang oportunidad sa kanilang bansa na mapaunlad ang kanilang estado sa buhay sa kanilang pangangailangan. May ilang karapatang pang-individual ang kinikilala sa encyclical na kapayapaan sa katotohanan o passing interest. Una, karapatang mabuhay at kalayaan sa pangkatawang panganib. Pangalawa, karapatan sa mga batayang pangangailangan upang magkaroon ng maayos na pamumuhay. Pangatlo, karapatan sa malayang pagpapahayag ng opinyon at impormasyon. Pang-apat, karapatan sa malayang pagpili ng relihiyon at pagsunod sa konsensya. Pang-lima, karapatan sa pagpili ng profesyon. Pang-anim, karapatan sa malayang paglipat sa ibang lugar upang manirahan o migration. Pang-pito, karapatan sa aktibong pakikilahok sa mga pampublikong gawain o proyekto. At pang-walo, karapatan sa patas na proteksyon ng batas laban sa mga paglabag ng karapatang pantao. Ang mga karapatang pantao ay nagsisimula sa mundo ng individual na tao. Sa maliit na pamayanan kung saan siya nakatira, sa paaralang pinapasukan niya, sa factory, sakahan o opisina kung saan siya nagtatrabaho. Ito ang mga lugar kung saan dapat asahan ng bawat babae, lalaki o bata ang pantay na katarungan, oportunidad at dignidad ng walang diskriminasyon. Kung walang kabuluhan ang mga karapatang ito sa mga lugar na iyon, wala rin kahulugan ang mga ito sa anumang bahagi ng mundo. Kung walang nagkakaisang kilos ang mga mamamayan upang itaguyod ang mga karapatang ito sa mga lugar na nabanggit, mahihirapan tayong matamasa ang kaunlaran sa buong mundo. Sana ay may natutunan kayo sa paksang pinalakay natin ngayong araw. Para sa susunod na paksa, tatalakayin ito ni Teacher Grace. Pag-aralan ang tungkol sa tungkulin bilang obligasyong moral at ang kaakibat na tungkulin ng bawat karapatan. Inaasahan kong patuloy kayong magpapakita ng mabuting interes sa mga sumusunod pang aralin dahil ito ay lubos na makakatulong sa landas ng pagiging mabuting tao. Hanggang sa muli, ito po si Teacher Christine. Maraming salamat.
Hi students and to everyone watching around the Philippines. I am Teacher Danica, your Grade 10 Computer System Servicing teacher. Welcome to our third quarter episodes for Technology and Livelihood Education, Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School. And today you will gain a better understanding on diagnosis and identification of faulty computer network systems, as I will demonstrate the 3 methods of resolving IP address conflicts. At the end of the lesson, learners can identify computer network problems and gain skills on how to resolve IP address conflicts.
When you suddenly cannot connect to the internet, many of the several things could be wrong. And one of it is IP address conflicts. This is an example of a network error you will see when you encounter IP address conflicts. If your computer and another on the network both have the same IP address, the conflict between them will prevent either from working properly online. To resolve an IP conflict, follow these instructions to release and renew your IP address. If your network uses static IP addresses, manually change your IP to a different number. Method number 1. Restart your router. Your router can be failing to assign appropriate IP address to the connected device. This can be caused by a temporary glitch, but most of the time this is cleared by a simple reboot or power cycle. To do this, switch off the router. Wait 1 to 2 minutes and turn it back on. Once it's on, give it another 2 to 3 minutes to settle and then connect your device back. Method number 2. Release and refresh IP address. Click Start and type CMD. Right-click CMD and choose Run as Administrator. In the black command prompt window, type the command net sh int ip reset space c /reset log .text and press enter. The second command is ipconfig space /release. The last and the third command is ipconfig space /renew. We will just wait for a while and then it will renew. The system will renew the IP address. And to check if it's working, we need to type the command ping or ping space 192.168.18.46, which is the current IP address. And when it says reply, then that's the time we can assure that it is working. Method number 3. Remove static IP address. Press and hold Windows key and press R. In the Run dialog, type ncpa.cpl and click OK. Right-click on Local Area Connection if you're using wired internet connection, or right-click on Wireless Network Connection if you are using Wi-Fi. Click on Properties in the drop-down menu. Double-click on Internet Protocol version 4 TCP/IP/IPv4. Select Obtain an IP address automatically. Select Obtain DNS server address automatically. Click OK. Click OK. And close all the windows.
Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.